Hey, what's the deal, YouTube? It's your girl, Miss Honey. Welcome back to the channel. Welcome back. Welcome back to the channel. Welcome back. Hey, it's your girl, Miss Honey, here with a quick video. Okay, I gotta get back to doing what I gotta do. But I'm excited because my new computer will be here Friday, and I can get back to my Lovecraft Country reviews, which I'm so behind on that because I did a lot of the audio that I was editing when my old computer crashed. But it's okay, it's all good. So I'm going to try to give you guys some videos in between then, just talking in general. I really don't have a whole lot of topics I want to talk about. I know there are a lot of people that are dropping content out there, just trying to stay motivated. They got vlogmas going on. I can't really commit to a vlogmas just because it's a lot going on. But we're going to talk about that in the next video. In this video, we're going to talk about the Kitchen Koctails, right? Which is this restaurant that's over in Dallas that kind of went viral because from what we saw, the video that we saw, it looked like the owner was going off on black women for twerking, right? That's like on the surface. And a lot of people ran with that. But y'all know I pay attention, child. I just be listening, I be paying attention. And I just wait to see what all washes out because I'm realizing now that a lot of people are jumping the gun about certain stuff in certain situations, and they're not really taking the time to see what's really going on out there. So I thought, after all the video, like I've seen a ton of reviews. Beautiful Soul did a really good live where she talked about that and a couple of other things. That was really good. I've seen a lot of people review it. I've seen tons of stuff on Twitter. I'm kind of trying to stay away from Instagram right now because Instagram be having you shopping. Like, that Zulily and Amazon and QVC, y'all won't get me. Y'all won't get me. You got me, but you won't get me again, right? Like, I try to stay off of that Instagram a lot because I be buying stuff I don't need, and it's easy for me to keep scrolling, watching videos, keep scrolling, and it'd be like 2 days later, and I'd be like, what was I supposed to be doing? Instagram, right? I'm a visual person. So anywho, so I had seen quite a bit of stuff out there on social media. And all I could think about, no matter what an individual's stance was on the whole subject matter, was how everything would have triggered me. Like, everything would have triggered me. You guys, if you know me personally, you know what I'm talking about. Y'all know I'm particular, right? Like, I'm particular. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, I like things a certain way, right? And if you just know me through the channel, you know that I'm particular. I got a million pet peeves. I am, fastidious about things. Y'all know I don't lick my fingers. Y'all already know. Y'all know I'm weird. Like, everything about this story is a trigger for me. Like, just first things first. I would never eat in a restaurant where the music was so loud I couldn't talk to the people I'm with. Okay? Oh, okay, that's not first things first. First thing is, I would have turned Slap around if it was that many people in a restaurant during the pandemic. Like, I'm not going out anyway, but I don't even want to come in and pick my food up to go with that many people in there. Like, the whole atmosphere feels like COVID. Like, it felt like the whole atmosphere was thick with COVID. It was looming over us. No. I ain't going in there. There's too many people in there. Ain't nobody got no mask on. They got They wearing masks around their neck, like necklaces, but they ain't got no mask on, right? You see how I started itching? It's a trigger. Like, that's a trigger, right? It's just like, it gives me the creeps. But secondly, I'm not going in anywhere where the music is so loud we can't chit chat, right? Like, we can't talk. Especially when you're going to dinner, you meeting up with people, you want to sit down, you want to talk about, stuff and things, right? Like, if I could be like, what did you say? You know what I'm saying? Now, back pre-COVID, we used to do rum punch brunch, right? Down off Auburn Avenue, where all the restaurants be playing different Jamaican music, and there's rum punch being sold here, there, and everywhere. Well, I don't do rum punch because I don't like red dye number 40. So I always took my beverages with me, right? Like, I like and I got this thing about people going somewhere and then coming back through crowds with my drinks and stuff. Like, no lids on drinks. I don't like drinks without lids on it. Like, y'all know I'm different. Like, I'm a little weird. Yeah, so anyway, that's a different environment because you are eating, people are barbecuing and stuff outside, but it's not a situation where y'all trying to sit down and converse. It's a situation where you moving and you bumping and people are twerking and dancing, and you might have like a smoked chicken leg in one hand and your rum punch in the other, and da-da-da-da, and then somebody might be, one of these with the punch, like, it's that type of environment. Like, there's a level of expectation that people are going to be dancing, the music is going to be loud. It's not a place where you go and like, hey, let's talk about Thanksgiving next week. You know what I'm saying? Like, it's not that type of environment. But in a restaurant, in a sit down restaurant, it is your hope that you're going to have some conversation and some laughs and some good times, right? So really, really loud music in a restaurant is an automatic no for me. I'm not going to be able to sit in here and have lunch. Even if the restaurant is loud in general. Like, I remember when I used to work downtown, and you want to scroll through your phone and do a little reading and stuff on your lunch break. You go into the restaurant, it's so loud. It's because people are clanging and banging, they calling out orders, people are laughing and talking, it's buzzing, there's traffic going by. Like, I'm overstimulated. It's too much going on. The guy's cleaning the table off and he's just dropping the plates down into the bin and stuff. Like, it's too much noise. A noisy restaurant, to me, is unappetizing. That's just me. So that's trigger number 2. Trigger number 3 is, it's a lot of stuff you can't do around me when I'm eating. I remember one time I was in a Jewish deli, and it was middle of the afternoon, lunch break. Really nice place. The food was really, really good. They had some of the best chicken salad, baby. But we had decided to sit down and eat there because it was one of my coworkers' birthday. And the guy started running the vacuum, and I stopped him. Well, I was with all Caucasians, so they ain't know what was going on. But I stopped him. I was like, can you not do that here, right? Like, you can't sweep right here and I'm eating. Don't try to sweep now that I'm eating. You know what I'm saying? I really don't want you to sweep and you cooking. You get what I'm saying? Sweep and mop and all that stuff, and then cook, and then put food on the table. Don't be sweeping and mopping and stuff around. I don't care. Don't run the sweeper around me and I'm eating. Like, dust kicks up and travels and lands. I don't like it. All right? I don't like it. Likewise, I think it's inappropriate for you to be clapping your booty cheeks together or popping them up and down and I'm eating, right? Even if the scent of your anus smells like freesia, okay? I don't want to smell freesia and pasta, okay? Freesia and and a burger. You know what I'm saying? I don't want my hot wings, my lemon pepper wings, to be tainted by the scent of your hot freesia. I don't. Why would you want to lift your booty cheeks up and down right here with my dinner? Like, no. With my lunch. Like, no. No. I don't care if you young or old. Don't pop your booty here. You know what I'm saying? I really don't even want you to sit down hard enough to get that air, that booty air that comes up when you sit down too hard. Woof. and lingers right there. Don't do that. I think booty popping around food is gross and inappropriate. I feel like a lot of booty popping is gross, period. Like, it's just something about it, especially since I have a butt crack and I have an anus. Like, shout out to everybody who likes to hang around anus doors. All I'm saying is, it's not the most fragrant place, okay? And I don't care if you just hopped out the shower. If you walk 6 feet, your butt cheeks has already started making moisture, okay? And that moisture is cooking, okay? It can't wait to stink. It can't wait to stink. Like, come on. Even if you popping your booty and baby powder scent is coming up, like, I don't want baby powder in my lemon pepper. Like, I don't want to smell anything from up under your dress or out the top of your jeans. Like, it's disgusting. Like, put your cheeks away. We're eating. Period. Okay. So that's trigger number 3. That up and you dancing and moving and you popping, you know what I'm saying? I don't even care if you like this, like bam, bam, bam. Like, if you're doing anything other than I don't want no part. Like, I don't want you flapping your arms. Like, anything where you could possibly kick up fumes and or dust matter, I'm not here for it. All right. That loud talking, don't loud talk me. Do not loud talk me. Don't do that. Don't do that. Don't come in here and cut the music and you yelling and I'm trying to eat and trying to figure out what's going on. First of all, my heightened sense of what do you call that? Self-preservation. It, like, automatically, it's like a car backfiring and everybody hit the ground. That loud talking is automatic heightened sense of self-preservation for me, because I feel like something is about to pop off. Somebody's loud talking because they're like, get on the ground. Or somebody's talking loud because they're like, give me all your wallets. You know, this is a heist. Or, you know what I'm saying? I hate, you know, number 44 and I'm gonna ta-da-da-da-da-da-da-da this area up. Like, you don't know what's going on when people start loud talking. So it's a trigger for me. Like, it, you know what I'm saying? It get my nerves up. And I'm like, what is we doing here? Is we running? Is we getting under the table? Is this an exit situation? Like, don't loud talk. So, you know, when the owner was like, this is a situation, I feel like yada, yada, yada. I feel like, yeah, he has a right to be upset, because you shouldn't be up on people's furniture and you definitely shouldn't be clacking your booty meat together around people's pasta, right? Get it, got it, good. But that loud talking, when you in this kind of setting, go over discreetly. First of all, I'm still watching you, okay? I see that you went over and you said a couple of things and they moving kind of funny. Now, y'all don't know this, but Beautiful Soul know this, because me and Beautiful Soul have been out in many different environments, shopping, eating, having beverages, happy hour, dinner, lunch, brunch, breakfast. Like, we've done it. We've run the gamut of eating. Oh, I miss it so much. Anyway, and she knows me and her are talking. I mean, we talking, we laughing, but I'm paying attention. Like, I stay on alert, because you just never know. And within this day and age, anything could like pop off, right? I'm still watching you go over there and talk to them secretly. And then I'm going to lean over to Beautiful Soul and say, now, something done happened over there, because he went over there and chit-chatted with them and they looked like they was upset about the fact that whatever he said. But whatever it is, go over there and do it quietly. Don't cause a ruckus. Don't get people upset. All right? This is the main reason why people don't like to take their elderly parents out after 6 o'clock. or 4 o'clock, or they don't like to take them no farther than the Piccadilly, because y'all younger crowd just be popping off with the loud noises and the escalated tones, and then elderly people be like, what's going on? It was a riot. Like, people was angry, people was upset. Like, there's a level of expectation of sameness, of the normalcy when people go sit down to have dinner in mixed company. They don't expect it to get loud. They don't expect it to get boisterous. They don't expect, people to be dancing and all that. People barely want you to sing happy birthday. Like, people, a lot of times, when people hear that happy birthday, they're like, oh gosh. Like, what are we doing? Right? So getting loud, even to chastise someone, to me, is a trigger. Like, once you get loud like that, and I feel like I can't just comfortably go on, like, now I'm on heightened alert, like, what? It's a trigger. And then chastisement. Do not chastise me. I'm grown as fudge. Do not do that. Like, do not. I came down here since I was a little child. I built this building from scratch off the sweat of my brow. Like, blah, blah, blah. Go and talk to the problem. Don't talk to the room, because what I didn't pay for was a lecture. And I really don't care what was going on. Like, at the end of the day, I really don't care what was going on. Okay? We're not in the food bank. Like, we're not in the, feed the hungry type situation where I got to be. Nah. I did not pay to hear this lecture. Whether you right or wrong or indifferent, like, I really don't care. I really don't care. All right. Now, let me say this. I feel like, after I have said that all of these are my triggers, like, I would have left after the twerking. I would have left on the principle alone. It was too many people in the restaurant. Like, okay, 1. I would have left number 2 because the music was so loud. Like, loud music, a loud restaurant, it's disagreeable to me. It's probably one of the reasons why I love eating outside. I just don't like a lot of noise, right? And then the booty dancing, I definitely would have left on the strength of that. Loud talking, like you standing over me, proselytizing, sudden combustible noise, and then you hollered back, Bob the DJ, cut the noise, please. I was like, well, that's all you had to do. That's all you had to do. And I said this in Beautiful Souls chat, when she was talking about it, and I'm gonna reiterate it. That is, I feel like a lot of restaurateurs, a lot of business owners, period, no matter what your business is, no matter if it's a storefront or online or that type of thing, if it's a bar, a lot of them need to take some public relations training, some communication training, some issue resolution training. Just because you have the know-how to start a business and to grow does not mean you know how to communicate. And in this day and age of social media, that's key. That's key, because everybody filming, everybody looking for a reason to cancel you. And I just feel like after he had gone and asked them to please stop, and they did not stop, then the next thing for him to do would be to eat the bill. Okay, and you guys have to leave. And they're like, oh, we wanted to go. No, you guys have to leave now. If you don't leave now, unfortunately, I'm going to have to call the authorities. Now, a lot of people was like, oh, he should have just called the police. I could see why he would hesitate calling the police, because they somehow make things worse, right? He may not have had a choice, but I think the steps that he could have taken was, 1, ask them to stop, ask them to please stop, which he did. And then I think his next step would have been to ask them to leave, okay? And leave his establishment, right? And I definitely think in between those 2 steps, he should have had the DJ take the music down. And the reason why I say that is because now it's this heightened atmosphere where he is upset and he is angry and they're dancing and they're, continuing on with, carrying on, because he mentioned on Ricky Smiley, I believe, that he had to come over several times and speak to them. But he should have just had the DJ to drop the music. Now, let me say this: Rum Punch Brunch is one thing. You wanted to be da 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 da, right? Like, cause everybody's like, we popping off, right? Like, we drinking and carrying on, right? But I think it's important. Now, they don't do a lot of instrumental anymore, but it used to be back in the day. You can get the lyric version of a song and you can get the instrumental of a song. Now, the instrumental of a song is just as popping as the lyric version. I think it would have been nice to have an instrumental version. He didn't have all that. That's different. That's like a tip for the future. The instrumental piece I'm giving y'all, it's like a tip for the future, right? But here and now, had this dude drop the music down, still put on something that's upbeat, but not as rockers. Now, I'm not saying blame the music. I'm not saying blame people for dancing. I'm not saying, you being a fuddy-duddy. You don't want people in here dancing. All I'm saying is we're just talking about diffusing a situation. Diffusing a situation and coming out of it with your name and your brand and your business unscathed. You go over quietly and say, please do not get up on the furniture. Please do not dance. I don't care if you twerking or if you line, you line dancing and you know what I'm saying? I don't care if you milli rocking, whatever milli rocking is. I don't care if you're doing all of this. If it's not a dance floor, like, what is we doing other than just bouncing in our seats and stuff? Like, what else should you be doing? Like, why are you up on your feet? And you don't get on people's furniture nowhere. Not nowhere is it okay to get up on the furniture. Like, nowhere. Where is it okay to get up on the furniture? The park? A park bench? Where? Who house is it okay to get up on the furniture? I'm waiting. Church? Where we get up on the furniture at? Where? What's the location where it's okay to get up on the furniture? On that strength alone, they should have been asked to leave. But definitely go over, ask them, please cut it out. Happens again, now you're up on the furniture, you gotta go. Like, you've gotta leave. And I'm talking about, like, you gotta go. Like, you ain't got to pay for nothing. Just get your stuff and go. Like, I think that would have been a better way to handle it. Now, I don't feel like it's wrong to hold the owner accountable for his part in terms of you're only responsible. You're not responsible for what people do to you. You're responsible for how you act to it. And again, you're protecting your business and your brand and your good name. Okay? What you want to do is diffuse it, get it gone, and go on about your business, right? Like, that's what you want. You don't want to be in this place where you're frustrated, you're cussing, and you're soapboxing in the middle of this restaurant to a whole bunch of people and telling them you don't give a F and they could get the F out. Like, cut. Cut. Like, you upset, you pissed off, I get it. And now you want to take your balls out and you want to say, boom, they are so much bigger than yours, and here's why. I built this restaurant from the ground up, from the time I was 2 years old. I was cooking it. he was like, and when I was a junior in college, I thought about the culture and yada, 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 yada. Respect me. That's what he was saying. Respect me. You guys don't respect me. You should respect me, and this is why. That's basically it. Like, you lost your shit a little bit, dude. Really, you did. And hopefully this is something that he's learned from. And hopefully this is something that these ladies have learned from. Hopefully this is something that any individual looking onto the situation can say, how can I carry myself better? in a public forum? How can I address issues better? I mean, we're seeing it time and time again. All of the world is really stressed, like over stressed because of COVID, because of job loss, because of COVID, because of the sick and the dying, the numbers, the news. Like, everybody is stressed out, and we're just trying to squeeze as much normalcy out of this life as we possibly can, this present day life as we possibly can. And a lot of that requires you to edit yourself. A lot of that requires you to edit your activities. A lot of that requires you to edit your conversation. And I'm more acutely aware of this now than I've ever been, because I'm in a lot more lives and stuff now. And I like to have fun, but I have to realize that my conversation over lives and in chat is not translated the same as it was if me and you were sitting here talking. So I have to edit myself, right? Like, I recognize that. And I recognize how it could go horribly wrong if you're not careful, right? So now more than ever, we do need to edit ourselves, and we need to distance ourselves. Don't build a routine that requires you to be socially active all the time, because then that's something that you crave and you want to do on a regular basis. Start sort of filtering in these moments of quiet and solitude so that you also become accustomed to those things. And then when you go out and you're in a public forum, you don't feel the need to get everybody's attention by standing up and clapping your booty together, right? Or you don't feel the need to be heard by standing up and proselytizing or chastising or reprimanding somebody else in order to make yourself look better and make yourself feel powerful, right? And that you are, and also lastly, make sure that you are acutely aware that you are always being watched, that you are always being watched. Even if it's not with a cell phone, it's with a camera in the corner, it's the camera across the street that's peering in the window. Like, you are always being watched. Never ever forget that. It's terrifying, but at least you know that you are always being watched. Okay, can you see it? Yeah, I got you. Oh, always being watched. And I feel like I'm that conspiracy chick. Like, I'm that girl. I don't even like my garage door to be open too long, because that's where I keep my paper towels and my toilet paper, my surplus. And I don't want nobody driving by to think I got a surplus. Like, I feel like they might be wanting my tissue. Like, I'm saying, you always being watched. All right. So that is my whole diatribe, child, about this doggone kitchen and cocktails over there in Texas, child. Like, it's just so many places from his perspective, the owner, and from their perspective as the twerkers, that this could have just been nothing. That it could have just been a regular day. What I hate more than anything is that this situation between the two of them had to be, shared with all the other patrons. I mean, that restaurant was packed full of people. It was like 4 and 5 people at each table. Like, and he stood up in order to talk to them and really ostracized a whole restaurant full of people that wasn't dancing, that was just there to have a good time. Some of them people, I'm sure, had just sat down. And this what it is. And what's so bad is that the very thing that he was speaking against, he was doing. Like, he was speaking against this sort of pseudo-ghetto mentality, and how he was handling it was coming across to me real low budget as well. And that's just what I'm saying. I think, like I said, people can benefit from learning communications and how to resolve issues, issue resolution, that type of thing, especially when dealing with the public, because you just don't know. You don't know who got you on film, and you don't know who is taking that information that you're putting out in this really, really heightened type of way, how they're taking it. People have said, oh, he's an elitist, or it's like all of these things. That's because you got millions of people looking at it from a million different perspectives, man. That's why going over and saying, you ladies you ladies need to leave. And as soon as somebody has said, I needed to go, no ma'am, no ma'am. You ladies need to gather your personal belongings. I am asking you to leave now. Okay? And also, if you got a facility that is bumping music, and a lot of people say the music don't matter, it kind of does. It kind of does. Like, music sets the tone. When I go into a place, and especially if I done got there, when I got there, I was like a little bit, you know what I'm saying? As soon as I walk in and they play, I'm like, oh, yeah, like we finna party. Like, the music sets the tone. Like, we finna party, we finna dance, we finna hang out, we finna have a good time. It's gonna be chill. I see the bar is on fire. You know what I'm saying? They whoosh, whoosh, like, okay, they making drinks up in this mugger dugger, like, the music kind of does play a part. So if you're gonna have mixed drinks, frozen drinks, and popping food, and you got a DJ, you also need a bouncer. You need a bouncer. Yeah, you need an off-duty police officer up in that mugger dugger. And that's just what it is. You set the environment. You set the tone. To get this money, you're going to have to take everything that's involved with that. Meaning, you play booty clap music, expect booty clap behavior, and also get you a bouncer to bounce the booty clappers out. Bam! Boop! Done it. Solved. Okay, you guys, tell me what you think. Put it down below. And until next time, honeybees. Mwah, mwah, mwah.